Morning. Still half asleep. It's 7:15. Having a cup of coffee, some porridge. Still on top of Windshield Crag, that's what it's called. There's the view. Same as it was yesterday. You can see Hexham in the distance. Well, I can. You can see the smoke coming up from the factory. Don't know if it's visible on here. Behind me is Walk Forest. See it? So we've just got a little bit further along the wall to walk, and then we're heading towards Walk Forest. I'll catch up with you later. Alright, so it's 10 to 9. I've just left the trig point, the top of Windshield's Crags, whatever it's called. So I woke up well before 6. It's been a bit of a slow start. But I'm away. As I was sort of getting myself together, chap walked past who camped just a little bit further down the windsill on Hadrian's wall. He said so he's called Nige, this fella, and he put his tent up a little bit down off the ridge in a field. He says when he got there, it was just the field was empty. The cows came and sort of attacked him in the middle of the night. He says they pulled his tent pegs out. He said he was absolutely cacking himself and he had to get out of his tent and like shoo them away. So I'm glad he's alright. I'm glad he survived. But he also had some K-tape, which is, long story short, really good stuff to wrap around your feet for foot care. It's like, he was like an angel sent from heaven. We were talking about that, and then we were talking about our feet and stuff, and he just got this stuff out and gave us some. So I was pleased I was able to give him some chocolate in return. So Molly brought us a massive bar of chocolate last night, so I gave him half of that. So I'll never forget the people I've met on this. You know, like Drew. I've forgotten them already. What's he called again? Carl. People at the barn. Nige. Even just people who stop you on the way, on the doorsteps and stuff, like that fella yesterday. There are others. The barman at Horton and Rebelsdale. Oh, good on you, lad. Good on you, lad. Respect to you. Yep. So they're all part of it. So I'm just sort of hobbling along here. Literally just set off. Haven't found my stride yet, but will do. The destination today is, well, at least Bellingham. Fortunately, I've got most of this brutalising Hadrian's wall section out of the way. So I've got a little bit more of this to do, but then the Pennine Way cuts north. I'll show you. A little bit more of this to do, and then we're heading in that direction into Walk Forest for a little bit, and then I'm a little bit hazy after that. It just heads north basically to Bellingham, and I think, I mean, it's only 9 o'clock, isn't it? So, well, 5 to 9. If I just plod away, my plan is to get past Bellingham, hopefully, camp, bivvy somewhere, and then I've got a little bit less distance to walk the next day, haven't I? So, taking it as it comes. Listen, got to keep your head together at this point because you can smell the end. But it's still a little way to go yet. So you've got to keep your head together. Got to be patient. Okay, good morning. And I will see you later. I'll catch up with you later. Just quickly, I forgot to say about Nige. So he attempted the Pennine Way not that long ago, and he got as far as Alston, and he had to pull out because he had trench foot. So what he's come back to finish it off, basically. Trench foot. Let's hope I don't get that. And I nearly forgot. It is Tuesday, the 30th of July, day 11. And we have another date with the Pennine Way today. Let's hope it goes well. Alright, so I just took my pack off and sat down for a rest. And I'm at the point where the Pennine Way parts with the Hadrian's wall path. Thank God. Time for a little bit video diary honesty today, I think. Nothing's happening very fast this morning. I mean, I haven't been going long. I might well find my mojo yet, but I've usually found it by now, and I'm absolutely done in. First of all, I woke up like my head's a bit funny, like I feel like I woke up with a cold or something. But either that's probably just the last 10 days catching up with us, or maybe it's the sort of cold, moist air that I was breathing in last night. I was sleeping up there. I was warm in my sleeping bag, but the air was a bit cold and moist. Could be that. So I'm a bit like, oh, I just feel like I want to lie down here and go to sleep. I might have a power nap, but I think most of all, I love Hadrian's Wall. I come here, I walk the dog. It's a great day out. But in the context of the Pennine Way, day 11, it's nearly finished. It's just about finished us off. It's just up, down, up, down, up, down, just relentless. It just goes up and down. Why did nobody warn us about this? I knew it was going to be like that anyway. I just don't think I'd prepared myself mentally for it. Whoa. Aye. And finally, today. It's not my feet. It's not my legs. It's my shoulders and my shoulders mainly. I feel like Amber and Molly have come last night and snuck some bricks into my rucksack. So anyway, I'm going to just go to sleep here and stay here forever. What it reminds us of is like cliffs at the coast, just walking up and down cliffs. I'm going to have some chocolate, I think. That might help. I might even have a cup of coffee, like just all the comforts that I'm carrying. Just going to just consume them. Final thought on the matter. If this was meant to be a struggle, then today's the day. So either I'm going to snap out of this and all will be well, and I'll just breeze the next 3 days, or I won't snap out of it and I'll just have to crawl on my hands and knees to Kirk Yatham. Pennine Way feels like a cruel mistress today. I did it. I had a power nap. It's 12:15. See if that's helped. Right, we're off again. Round 2. Let's hope it's better than round 1. Time's 12:30 nearly. This is a welcome sight. Right, update. So when I came down to the end of our bit, Pennine Way's bit of Hadrian's Wall, the point where I sat down for a rest and a nap, lay down. Well, you'll have seen I saw Drew. You'll have seen the picture at Sycamore Gap. But yeah, when I got to the point where the Pennine Way parts, I noticed a rucksack and I recognised it as his. I thought, well, maybe he's like gone for an emergency toilet or something. Before I continue, little interruption. That path there. So I've just entered Walk Forest at the southeastern end, coming over obviously from Hadrian's Wall. That path there goes off to Horton Green Bothy. I mentioned there's a couple of bothies in Walk Forest. Well, that's one of them. I've never stayed at it. I've popped my head in. Looks good. Another one not too far from me is Green Bothy. Stayed there a couple of times. So it's on your doorstep if you're in the northeast. Where was I? Yeah, so it was Drew's rucksack. He's on it today. So he'd set off from Greenhead this morning and caught up with me at Sycamore Gap. He must have really been like a mountain goat over those ups and downs. And he's put his pack down and then gone ahead to look at Houstead's Roman Fort, which is like another mile or two further down. So he's gone out of his way. He's took a detour, gone to see Houstead's Roman Fort, come back. So good on him. It was nice just to catch up with him. We had a good chat. And he introduced us to somebody else who just followed on behind there, called Laurie. And so I think he's been bumping into Laurie a lot. It's the first time I'd met him. And they both stopped at Greenhead last night. And I asked them, I said, do you know how much climbing there is in this section? You know, like up and down, ascent and descent. Start of Hadrian's Wall to where you come off it. And Laurie says it's 3,000 feet. So I made a joke yesterday about Hadrian's Wall starting at the top of Skiddaw, but I didn't realise I was going to have to climb it. So, touche, Hadrian's Wall. You definitely had the last laugh. So, as you can see, I'm now on this fully delightful forest track. Heading north, heading somewhere. I know Stonehoff's up this way, but I don't go through Stonehoff. I kind of skirt past it, and then it just sort of makes its way across the countryside, I think, to Bellingham. So I'm hoping this is the order of the day now. Loving this. It's beautiful in here. Has that nap helped? I would say so. Probably still not quite feeling it as much as I have for the previous 10 days. Today is a bit different, but you know, we're getting to the end. Might just have to be a little bit slower. It might just have to be a little bit harder, but we are doing it, and I do feel better now after that nap, actually. So that's an update. Catch up with you later. Signing out from Walk Forest. And there you are, you'll see. So there's two little paths go off to Horton Green Bothy. That's the second one you pass. The other one's literally just back there, like they're only 5 minutes apart. So quickly, just to spot more on that. Stonehoff. That's a strange place in a nice way. Nicely strange. I think it was built in the 70s. Might have been the 50s, not sure. And it was just built, just like, you know, mining villages are built because they've sunk a pit. Well, this was built for forestry workers. So it's in Walk Forest. It's just a quirky place. There's a little club there, like a social club. I think it's made of wood. I've never been in it. But there's a car park at Stonehoff, and it's free. And you can park your car there and just go wandering off into the forest for days if you want. And it's a perfect place to park if you're wanting to go to one of these bothies. So I think from that car park, Green Bothy's about 4 miles. You'll have a little bit of a climb on your hands. But you can just walk all the way there on forest tracks. And Horton Green is even closer. I think it's just 2-3 mile. So there you are, Stonehoff. And just quickly back on the theme of the half pint that you get when you get to Kirkyetham. So that came up when I was talking to Drew as well, somehow. And I was telling him what that chap had told us about how you have to kiss the wall. I'm sure you don't have to kiss the wall. It's obviously just a tradition. I'm going to kiss the wall. And Drew says, well, you used to get a certificate as well, a half pint and a certificate. But you don't get the certificate anymore, apparently. You just have to sign the book. So I already knew about the certificate. That's the first I've heard. The first hearsay I've heard that you don't get the certificate. Whether he's right or not, I don't know. But I'm expecting my certificate. I says I want my certificate. I'm not going anywhere till I get my certificate. Just reflecting, now I'm worrying about fact checking. So that section of Hadrian's Wall, according to Laurie, being 3,000 feet. Now I assumed he meant 3,000 feet of ascent, but maybe he meant like 3,000 of ascent and descent in total. I don't know, I'll have to look it up later. Woo! Still in La La Land a little bit today, but definitely better than I was. So I've picked up this track briefly. Basically come across the moors, but it's not really the moors on the map, it's still forest, but they've chopped it all down, so I've just been coming through the old forest. I'm still in the old forest, look. It's just deforested forest. So Bellingham's about 10k from here. Just plodding away. I've been trying to wrap my head around why I woke up today feeling rough. Apart from the obvious, like, I've been walking for 10 days. But it has occurred to us that I don't fancy a Coke today. Now, a pint of Coke at a pub is something I've been craving like every day. It's like all that sugar, and it gives you that, I don't know, rush or whatever to plough on for the next few miles. And I've been doing that most days. And I got Molly and Amber to bring us a couple of bottles last night, and I nicked them last night. And I've woken up today the way I have, and I've had a bit of a bad belly as well. And I'm wondering if I've just been drinking too much Coke. Probably have. I mean, you wouldn't drink that much Coke normally, would you? If you did, it wouldn't do you any good. And like I say, it doesn't appeal. So usually if you're not wanting to drink something, your body's telling you, eat or drink something, your body's telling you that not to, isn't it? What I want is water, fruit, and a good meal. So I don't know if I'm going to splash out and get a good meal at Bellingham, but when I get there, I'm definitely going to get some fruit and some water. So plan A, as I said earlier, was always to get past Bellingham. Given the pace of the day, at the minute it's just about getting to Bellingham. It might be plan B today, but we'll get there. We'll get fueled with the right stuff, and then we'll decide when we get there. Have some of this track. Wrong way again. So I've just retraced my steps back up this track. FYI, I came in basically there. See the path? Yeah, came in there, and I've mistaken this for a road that I'm meant to be on shortly. Schoolboy error, it's not a road, it's a track. And I've walked straight past this. Back up. Voila, said road. All roads lead to Bellingham. So many people will tell you that Hadrian's wall was built by the Romans to keep the Scots from getting into England. Well, it wasn't. It was built to keep me out of Scotland. It was built to stop me from getting to Scotland. But I will have the last laugh, Hadrian's wall. Thank goodness for the pit stop. So they let you have some sweets for nothing, so I've helped myself to a couple of those. It's just like there's cans of pop there, but to be honest, I don't know if I've had enough pop. I might get one, but for now I've just filled my water bottle. There's a tap over there. I'm going to glug that water. I think the plan is to get to Bellingham and recover. So 5¼ miles to Bellingham. Time is 5:30. The tuck shop was a godsend. I tell you what, I was tempted to camp there. So this very kind chap, you know, goes to the trouble of running the thing in the first place, but he also lets people camp in his garden. I don't know if he charges them anything. And I was sat there like, you know, like just sinking into my chair, thinking, that's tempting. I could camp here, get an early night, get up really early tomorrow, and then make up, you know, what I wouldn't have done today, this section to Bellingham, and then more. But then I reflected a bit more, and I thought, well, it's just going to make tomorrow even longer, isn't it? So that's it. Decision made. I'm still going to Bellingham. The fact that I'm even talking like this is very reflective of today. I think this video has probably been a little bit more real. I I've felt it today. Like I say, initially I was planning to like, oh, get past Bellingham, humbled. That's not going to happen. But you know, it doesn't matter. What I hope is that I'll get there. I'm still not even 100% sure what I'm going to do when I get there. Like I might get a nice pub meal. That should do as good. What I've heard is that there's a campsite there, and obviously I'll be able to top water up and stuff there. But I've heard that you can camp down by the river. People just camp down by the river for free. So I'm thinking a sensible plan is take me water bottles to the pub, get a meal, get them filled, and then just go and pitch up by the river. And then get as early a night as possible, although that's looking less and less likely now. But still, just get to bed as early as I can, and then do this all over again tomorrow. Right, Bellingham, 5 miles. Or, Mr. Indecisive, do I just go straight to the campsite, pay to go in there, because it probably costs more to get a pub meal anyway, and then just have, because I've got 3 camping meals left, so I could have 2 tonight to get a good belly full. And I can top up my water bottles as many times as I want. That actually seems like the less fraught option. At the moment I'm leaning towards that. These quirky bits go past people's gardens. See a car up there at the mast. So I just got talking to the bloke sat in his boot in that car. Like it must be like a camping type arrangement. And I says to him, where's the campsite in Bellingham? Because I just want to get straight there, get my tent up as quick as I can, eat, go to sleep. That's my plan. He was great. He gave us loads of advice. He says there's 2 campsites. Long story short, go to the first one if you just want to get your head down. So that's about a mile from here. And he obviously knows the route. He says when you get to Burness, so that's the next official day, tomorrow is Bellingham to Burness, and then Burness to the end, which you can split in 2 if you want, but a lot of people don't. And it's notorious from Burness over the Cheviots, there's no water, so there's loads of springs and stuff on the map, apparently. This is what he was saying. I thought he's not the only one who said it. But when you get up there, there's nothing, and it's dry, and you're just like, so people say carry water up with you when you go up the Cheviots. He says there's no water after Bellingham. I'm thinking, is there no water at Burness? No, no water, no. He says there's a toilet block. He says you can get water. Do you drink tap water? I says, aye. He says, oh, well, if you drink tap water, you can get water at this toilet block. I says, do you not drink tap water, like? Wondering why I didn't just suggest that in the first place. No. Doesn't drink tap water. It's all the chemicals and that. Says you know what? Everything you hoy down the toilet comes straight back out the tap. so he's never drank it in I don't know however many years. But tell you what, I think I'll take my chances. So that's while we're on the subject of water, I think that could be at the root of all evil today. I think too much coke and not enough water. I think I've been dehydrated. I've had 3 bottles since I was at the tuck shop. I've had 3 bottles of water, and that last 4 mile I've just sort of bounced along. I've been fine. I mean weary, but not like ill weary, do you know what I mean? So with a bit of luck, whatever it is, it's out of my system now. So we're going to get down this hill. Yeah, we're going to get to that campsite, tent up, tea, bed. Time at the moment is 10 to 7. So we'll catch up with you at the campsite. Unless it's because I drank the tap water at the Cumberland Hotel in Ulston. Excuse me, sir. Would you like a glass of council pop? No, thank you. Well, there's what you call a sight for sore eyes. Bellingham. Do you like waterfalls? Do you like swimming? There's a nice waterfall in Bellingham, Hareshaw Lynn. You can swim in it, there's a plunge pool. It's very cold. It's a lovely walk from the town centre, I don't know, a mile, 2 at the most, up through the Dean. Keep crisscrossing over the stream. You get to the top and it's kind of like cocooned in the rocks. Tower, I'm too tired. But it's the reason the water's cold, I think, is because it's cocooned and it's in the shade. And the waterfall comes down, obviously. I don't know, 30 feet, 20 feet. And you're just surrounded by these sort of limestone or sandstone cliffs. It's quite dramatic. I think I should probably thank my friend Ruth for taking us there. I know she won't mind as much. I don't think she'll mind me mentioning her name. I'd rather take the risk and mention it than make the decision not to mention it and then face the grief for claiming Hareshaw Lynn. Thanks, Ruth. Just under half a mile now at the town centre. I can see the bridge down there. Drew and Co, they've been here for hours. They probably think I got lost and like ended up on the northeast coast or something. Right, there's the campsite. There's my tea. See you in the morning.